guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to our new home, which is wild because this home is truly a dream come true. What I've always dreamt of since I was a little girl, finding a home that's surrounded by roses, that just has tons of character, where we can build our family, and it is truly a dream come true. If you have not seen the empty home tour, I have it live on my channel now. I will leave it linked so you guys can check it out, showing you guys all the pretty details and all the original character that was left in this 1930s home. It's got great bones. Now, they did come in and paint all the walls white, all of the pretty beams white, all the windows white, and actually painted the windows shut, most of them. So we will be fixing that and also making some upgrades throughout the years. Obviously, we plan on living here a very long time, but we will be making changes and updates and adding that character back in and stripping the beams and doing all of those little things throughout the years until we get to a point where we want to do some renovations, maybe on the kitchen and the bathrooms. I see us doing the most change. We have officially moved in. We've been living here for about a week now, and it's very peaceful. It's very quiet here, and it just has so much more space than our apartment did. So we're really happy. We have a lot of decor. I have a lot of things that we brought over from my apartment. I have a few things that I've been collecting because I knew we were actually going to be getting this house, so I knew we were gonna kind of need a new rug. And our rug is really small in our apartment. So welcome to a 2 or 3 part series where we decorate our whole house with things I already have. Because we've got some great pieces, we just need to find the right places for them. So I want to start here in the living room, which is where we spend the most time. So here in the living room, it's going to act as 2 things: a living room and also my office. Now we have a room upstairs that is going to be Romeo's office where he keeps all of his things, but I realized I don't like to be closed up in a space. These beautiful windows that are overlooking the pool, that I just feel like I will thrive. I will be the most happiest here in the living room amongst the home decor because I design, and I need to feel it like that, and I like to be in sunshine, so I felt like it was going to be a perfect place. And honestly, we don't have any other furniture to put there. So when we moved in, we obviously brought our furniture. So we already had a couch, an L-shaped couch that's modular. We could kind of like reconfigure it if we needed to. Since it's modular, it's 4 pieces. Keep the corner and detach the end here and just use it as a chair. It might be kind of cool. I did not think about that until right now. The rug, which we are not working with. It was a temporary buy that I got from IKEA. So we're actually gonna roll this rug up and bring it upstairs. I think Romeo would like it for his room. We have our coffee table. This topper, I actually DIY'd myself. It's fine for now. It works for now, but I think I would like something round in here. There's so much squared off, there's so much that's happening, or maybe oval, something to like make it a little more curved. I actually have a new rug that I got. It's a vintage Turkish rug that I got from the flea market, and I've been eyeing it for a few months for this space when it was just an idea that we might get this house. Went back months later and he still had it, and I was like, yes, I have to have it.
You look outside and give a young. It's just another boring dawn. The sky looks gray on neighbors bound the floor. Your days are feeling.
So the vendor that I actually get my vintage rugs from the Rose Bowl actually cleans them. He sources them and cleans them because the brick has lots of red in it. I was always really weary to do anything with a green because I didn't want it to look red-green like a holiday, but this has a lot of black in it. And it's really hard to find vintage Turkish rugs with a lot of black. The first rug that I got from this guy was for our laundry room makeover at our apartment, and it's beautiful. I have it here. We're gonna put it somewhere. It has teal in it, and it's gorgeous. So I hope to find a really special place in the house for it, and I hope that this one looks really good and warms up the space too. It's dark because I like moody, and it actually feels a lot darker here. I saw the tag. This is actually a Persian rug. I misspoke. I thought it was Turkish. I love the pairing between the brick and the Persian rug. And it's still neutral, it's just in a darker tone. I wanna try to just do a straight couch with a chair over here, or a portion of the couch over here. Ainsley, are you gonna help or are you gonna be in the way? I like this living room because it doesn't hug the walls. So it really creates a more intimate in the center. You don't feel like you're up against a wall, which is really great. What not having the L shape will do is leave this really easy path from the primary bedroom. If you move a lot and you can buy a modular couch, do it. It gives you so much more flexibility, because if that was a stationary chase kind of L shape, that was gonna be our only option. This one, honestly, I feel like it's too big. I feel like it's a little too big. I'm gonna leave it for now and see how it goes. Okay, let's bring the coffee table in. I think I read proper distance from seating to coffee table is like 16 inches, which would be like here. So we could afford to bring the couch further. This is like 19, which is good. I mean, I think it's on a corner, so that's good. Oh my gosh, this already looks completely different. It's wild. This is the fireplace, obviously, with a TV in front of it. So when Romeo gets back, he'll help me hang the TV, mount it with our sound bar. We have this bookshelf that I had in our entryway. And when I was kind of thinking about where furniture could go, I was like, this is kind of a perfect little nook for it, a perfect little spot. I mean, without it, it would just be like art, I guess. But there's plenty of room for something to be here. I could put my pretty things here. How this attaches to the wall is just 2 screws. And I have some really great drywall screws that are metal, not plastic. That's the key. When you can't drill into studs, because I'm not sure that these are, when you have something that you kind of have to drill it where it goes, you don't have the luxury of having it into a stud, you can use these drywall screws. They're metal, not plastic, and they don't break when you put them in. So I love to use these, and then I just use the screws that come with whatever I bought. So I'm gonna find the center of this wall, put a little mark at 26. To decorate it. I have boxes and boxes of decor. I'm gonna see if I have any art here that is small enough. I like to kind of put them, I guess I could put one on top. I think I had this one for a while in there because it was like the right size. So maybe we could, this one that's like really tall. I don't know if I want to bring orange into the color palette though. These landscapes are gonna be so pretty somewhere. This is actually original from my mom. I'll put it on the screen. This is the original, but she sells the digital downloads of all of her art, and you're gonna see tons of them throughout, because I had a whole gallery wall. I had 2 in my laundry room. I had 2 of her originals there that she has as digital downloads. And then I also ordered a print of one of hers, Deep in Bloom, which I love, that I wanna put somewhere for sure. But what about this? What about hanging one? Kind of beautiful. Okay, that could definitely be an option. And then I have this little one. I have 2 boxes here full of decor, and I kind of wrapped them in a variety of things. Oh, this is, we're definitely in unpacking stages. This is sheets for the upstairs bed. Dried eucalyptus that I tried not to smush. I'm not sure if I was successful. Got lots of pretty vases. A lamp? I'm gonna unpack everything, and then we can kind of use it as our source, our little boutique. I always like to add height and vases and candles on top so that I can actually light them. If I put candles on here, it'll burn my cabinet, so I always like to. And then layer with books. I know layering with books isn't for everyone, but it's definitely for me. And I like to put the lower candle holder in back, like that. Then I can actually light them. Not too close to the eucalyptus, because could catch fire, but you know, a little bit. Since I have a book on this side, I'm gonna stack some books on the opposite side. Let's see. Oh, well, not like that. And I like to turn some around if the color isn't exactly what I want, or more decorative books than reading books. It's kind of an interesting color palette. I like it for kind of spring. It brings in some like gray blue from the painting. I love this vase. I had it in the kitchen for a while and I never got to really enjoy it. It was kind of tucked away, but I love it. I love the narrow neck. Maybe here and then something. Oh, I have my swans. Oh, cute. Cuties. Kind of going for simplistic here, like my version of simplistic. This will add some height and some gold to bring down some gold from the candlesticks to the swans to the art. I got this at the Vatican when we went to Rome. It's a beautiful bell. I just like to decorate with it. Maybe. And then obviously over here in this, it's similar to a bay window, but it's not. It's not quite the shape, but it has that kind of like curved, angled type windows that are in here. But I felt like this was a great place for my desk. Now, whether it goes straight, we can kind of like play around with the position of it to where I'm gonna look. Okay. So for my desk, I didn't have a desk chair. I actually never used this desk. It was in the multi-purpose room, the office / guest bedroom, DIY studio. And obviously I've been in Texas for the last couple of years, but even before that, I never really used it because again, I don't like to be closed up in a room. And I really like the desk. I don't know if it necessarily matches the style of the house, but maybe we could do something to it. Maybe paint the bottom. So it's more of, it's like a gold kind of faux brass. Maybe we could paint it like a darker, like a bronze or something. Now I'm like having all these ideas of what we could do to it, but handles would be pretty, and then maybe bronze here. Maybe just kind of giving it, you know, a new life. But I did not, since I didn't really use this, I didn't have a desk chair. I just had one of those really simple chairs from IKEA that didn't roll, that weren't comfortable. So I bought a desk chair. I hope I like it. It's the viral one from TikTok. I was specifically looking for one that was wider because Kinsley actually likes to sit with me when I'm at the desk, anywhere. Kinsley likes to sit with me everywhere. It has a black metal bottom. It doesn't roll, but it's, I didn't really need it to roll. Ooh. Wow, it can actually go really high. Ooh. What are the point of these? What? These were ridiculous. They were just in my way the whole time. That's like for novelty purposes. I feel like, you know, it's faux leather. I feel like it doesn't look cheap. I feel like it looks nice. It feels like you're sitting in like a car, you know, like a leather seated car. That's kind of what it feels like. It is comfy. The back is a lot comfier than the bottom, but it's got cushion. I mean, it's better than what I had. I actually really like it. And it's wide enough for her. Look, she's already trying to get up. Come on, jump, jump. Good girl. So I don't really have any desk things like a desk mat or something to lift my laptop up yet. I actually have this lamp that I got from the flea market months ago for $10. No, $30. No. Don't remember. It was low. It was below 40 for sure. Well, the plug is here, so let me try and put it in this corner. So I found this beautiful floor lamp at the flea market and I got it for 90 bucks and it's beautiful. I don't like the shade. The shade's actually pretty damaged. It's just dirty. It's silk, but I don't like that it covers all the pretty detail here either. Gives me like French provincial, like, you know, going like a little more French country in some ways. I feel like this house doesn't have particularly one style that I can put my finger on. The outside is very like English cottage, English, you know, like the rose gardens and like the shutters and everything looks very English cottage. And when you come inside, you have the brick and the beams, and then the kitchen almost makes you feel like you're in Italy, like a little Mediterranean, but then the lighting in the kitchen has, you know, some French, like the lighting kind of has some delicateness to it, which is great in my case because I get to lean into one of those styles and it's not crazy to like change it. You know, I get to lean into it. Comment if you think of a specific name for the style of this house. If there's some details that you can pull out that are like, oh, maybe this is what they were going for. Or maybe things have just been updated over the years and we're missing some pieces, you know, to really like scream, oh, that is Mediterranean, or that is Spanish, or that is more French. So comment below what you think. In our case, it really allows me to kind of do whatever I want and pick the pieces that are in the house and really highlight them, like the brick floor and like the English cottage kind of feel. So I'm kind of like my gut and my inspiration is kind of telling me to go a little bit French provincial with this house. Not in a sense of having like heavy decorative moldings and stuff like that, because we have way too much beam work in this house and it can be quite expensive to do all of that decorative molding. More of a French provincial, like French country, light on the country. Kind of like what my mom is going for in her house. Maybe she's influenced me too. But this floor lamp really like gave that to me. Like this was a piece that I could be like, okay, let me use this as my muse almost for where the house is going to go. So I'm not quite sure where I want this floor lamp yet, but I do have this one that I'd like to replace. It has lighter wood and all the wood in here is like more warm and rich. So we could use it somewhere else, maybe upstairs or in a different part of the house. So let's just replace this one for now. And we'll see what this one looks like here. At the Rose Bowl, obviously there's no outlets at the flea market, so I could not test it. It may need to be rewired. It may not even work. Who knows? Let's see. She works! Well, that's a huge plus. We need to put a new shade. This needs to be something that goes on our list to fix, but I do love the lamp. Okay, let's talk about art and this back wall. I have been thinking a lot about this back wall, and I feel like it's such a focal point when you walk into the space, into the room from the entrance. It's not until you're in the room that you see the fireplace and it becomes your focal point. So I've been thinking that this might be a beautiful place to put bookshelves, like built-ins, for me to build them back here. Similar to what we did in the cottage on each side of the fireplace, but a full wall of them with maybe like 3 openings. I'll put in some inspiration pictures of kind of what I'm leaning towards. Not particularly the color of these in these inspiration pictures, but maybe something dark and, I don't know, moody and maybe arched in the front with storage underneath, because we do lack storage on the bottom floor in this house. It could actually offer us a lot of storage underneath. And then of course, you guys know I love shelving. I love to display things, but I feel like it's lacking something in here, and this could be a beautiful DIY that we work on. For now, we need something. It's a blank wall. I made two pieces of art for each side of our fireplace at the apartment, and I made them out of plywood and wood, and I plastered on top of them. And they're really pretty. They're very just like organic and natural, nothing ornate about them. They're really simple, but they are the largest things I have. So I'm thinking there's actually 2 nails here from when they staged the house. Fingers crossed that it'll just work and we don't have to make another hole for now. But what do you guys think about this bucket here? I hope it's big enough. This is a huge wall. That placement actually looks really good. I don't want it the same height as the window, so it sits just below that. What do you guys think about that? I think that looks kind of good. They're actually big enough, you know, without having this huge mural or something. The only other wall space in the room is here, right when you walk from the formal living into the space. I have 2 options I'm thinking of. I have this original art that my mom painted for me, but I actually had another place for this in mind. So I don't know. I kind of want to use it in the other place, but I'm thinking the scale is okay. You know, like hanging it like here. So that's option one. This piece of art I just got recently, and I've never been able to hang it anywhere. I got it at a flea market a few months ago. That looks really good. I really like that a lot. Okay, my last piece in the living room is I have a blanket ladder that we've had in our living area entryway, and I really like it. It has like that warm kind of wood. I feel like I could either put it on the back wall, but there's lots of height happening back there. So maybe, I was thinking maybe right here, and this little dips in a little bit, and then we can hang our blankets. So, you know, when we're cuddled on the couch and stuff, we can grab a blanket if we want to. And all my blankets are pretty neutral in color, so they're gonna look good in here. And then we have this Samsung Frame TV, so it's going to look like art. I love to change out the art. This is the newer model of the Samsung Frame in a 65-inch. It has a matte finish. Now the older models had a more shiny finish that we have in Texas at the cottage. So it has a glare still, so it looks more like glass. This has a matte finish, so it doesn't give a glare. You can see it from all sides of the room, and it really looks like a matte finish art, which I personally like. And then I want to DIY a frame.
Days up and down, they come and go, and there's not much I can do. And I feel like a stranger to this world. It's never been so true. I don't know anymore, where is my place? Hey, hey. So I keep turning around.
I hope you guys enjoyed decorating our living room with things that we already had, and I admit a few things that I did get, like the rug. So we have many more rooms to go. We have upstairs, we have the kitchen, the entry, the dining room, the guest bedroom, and both bathrooms to decorate with the rest of the things that I have. So stay tuned for more parts in this series. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button and the little bell notification if you like home decorating, renovation content. I hope you will join our family, and I will see you guys next Sunday. Bye guys.
Where did it all start? So growing up, my mom will attest to this. I was always, my phrase, you have your first words and mama, daddy, whatever. My phrase, my go-to phrase was me do it, me do it, me do it. From anything, from feeding myself as a little kid, like a very, very, like a baby, to me putting away my toys, to me building something. Growing up, I would actually take things apart to see how they were made and then put them back together. I was that kid. You could really say that DIY is in my blood. Like it is truly who I am at my core. And I've always had this like outlook of, well, if that person can do it, I can do it too. If they learned how to do it, so can I. And if they accomplished that, I mean, everyone was born, I have this mentality of like everyone was born the same way. Like we all came out the same way. So it's just a matter of acquiring the right skills and asking the right questions. And Google is my friend. I Google everything.